That one was spicy.
So the Warriors have to play 48 minutes.
So I think it's going 7. I have it. I have the Nuggets in 7.
Ant-Man, Batman, Watchmen, Lakers at 5.
Well, it's money time now.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on, man? What's going on? Welcome to another edition. I have lost count. At some point, I'm gonna start counting and numbering these shows. But welcome to the, I don't know, 17th edition of 10 Toes Down. As always, I like to say I'm really, really humble and grateful to have a platform to speak basketball on, man, to speak sports in general. Like I said, I don't just like it now, but we sit on basketball, of course. We sit on NBA content and stuff like that. And tonight, I want to break down the contenders. Right? Is if anybody, a few people probably heard my content, like as far as my videos. Yo, shout out to Woodish. Woodish always pulling up. I appreciate you, bro. If anybody look at my content, I said before free agency, I said it was about 12 teams that have a realistic shot of winning the championship next year. And then based on the moves, that number kind of dwindled down. Funny because I didn't have the Lakers in there either, and I don't even think the Lakers are making the playoffs, and I stand on that. But right now, I'm really looking at 7 teams, and then I'm looking at 3 or 4 teams as dark horse outsiders. So I maybe I can start on the dark horse outsiders. I can start on the dark horse outsiders. Like Minnesota is right outside that 7 for me. What up, Adrian Knight? Minnesota is right outside that 7. Milwaukee, and it's funny because Milwaukee might have got some help via Charlotte today. I would think that 2 teams, matter of fact, these first 2 teams, Spencer Dinwiddie, might want to give a call. Like, I mean, shout out to my brothers at All Ball TV. They're actually up there debating who the Knicks should get with the last roster spot. And we know the Knicks are definitely, shout out to Hawk, shout out to others. The Knicks are definitely one of those contenders. If you look at my thumbnail, I got Jalen Brunson and Murray, what's the name? Murray from Denver on that thumbnail, and Jamal Murray. And that's my prediction actually to go to the finals, Knicks and Nuggets. And I got Knicks in 5. Right. I'm being a little we've kind of been handling the Nuggets the last few years. But I think Dinwiddie would be because I think both teams are in desperate need of point guard help. I mean, Porter Jr. and Dillingham are definitely probably the way they're going to go. As far as I've seen, Minnesota's been starting the backcourt of Dante and Ant-Man. They get some playmaking help from Randall. But so those two teams I think are right on the outside of the contender spot. In the East, Detroit. If Detroit gets more shooting, what is just low key funny, man. I gotta hear you talk one of these days, man, because you come with the one-liners, man, for
Cat's
sure.
a Jokic stopper, though.
Say again.
I was saying Cat is a Jokic stopper.
Yeah, he is. I mean, if you know, famously Minnesota was able to blitz him with all that big man help, and Cat was playing him well. Cat played him well in the 2 games we played against him last year. So between that, I know they got Bruce Brown. I know they get it's funny because I got him on my fantasy team, Cam Johnson tonight. My fantasy team is mighty white, bro. Matter of fact, shit, God damn it, I forgot Cade is half white. I mean, I got Mikal Bridges. Shit, I got a lot of white boys on my fantasy team. But look, these boys can ball. Every one of them can ball. I picked, I have them on my fantasy. That's why we are starting a little late. Plus Hawk and all the cats is in the fantasy league. FYF and all y'all, if y'all wind up watching, just get ready for Sunday. You know what I mean? We out there playing for pride, but like I said, I tell it, CW, Hawk, CW, I'm gonna win this shit. Like that. No cap. I'm gonna win this shit. I'm gonna be 8-1 of y'all niggas every week. But I want the crew. I want the crew to finish high up there. So I want y'all to do well. You know what I'm saying? And I want these other cats like OJ's Kid Casual. You have crew. Casual, you have crew. You could be in the middle of the pack, just like your Milwaukee Bucks. But so what there's the last team I think is outside. I think Dallas. Dallas is another one. Now, let's see what if Cooper Flag is a instant star rookie of the year type, and they get Kyrie back in a timely manner. Don't keep him. I think they could be real contenders. I think they got a good get in D'Angelo Russell. Hell, they might just go get Dinwiddie back too, just for depth purposes. Honestly, real talk, that's what I'm looking at too. If your point guard play is right, you can't be a contender without your point guard play being right, in my opinion. And honestly, right, point guard help, real point guard help is very fleeting. You know what I'm saying, C-Dub? So you guys got Fox, y'all got Castle, y'all got Harper, you know what I'm saying? So y'all got a lot of guard options, and young, Fox is the veteran leading a bunch of young core, but you need point guards when I get into the Knicks, I'll talk a little later about what we need to do with our roster. But and this is what I do, man. This is what I do, because I notice a lot of people, even my brothers at All Ball TV, they keep thinking that it's all about the stars. And yes, it is all about the stars. You have to have a superstar help. I put it this way. You got to have superstars, but you don't got to have superstars. There's more than one way to skin a cat. You could win with a bunch of 23, 24, a couple of guys that score 20. If your team is overall solid, top to bottom, you know what I'm saying? You can win with guys that don't necessarily go out there and get 30 every night. Matter of fact, that's generally how it's worked, where guys that win scoring titles don't win championship. MVP scoring title champion and Finals MVP. It's rare for a guy like SGA who did it last year to do it. Jordan did it 6 times, but it's rare. I'm telling you, other than Jordan, you can count on one hand the amount of scoring champs that won championships. And this goes back to the beginning of the league. Jumping Joe folks, did Philadelphia win championships back in the 40s? I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? So, in this modern NBA, you got to have depth. So, again, we got an Earl Curitan. We got an Earl Curitan reference, man. Shout out to Woodage, bro. Well, yeah, I'm not giving a casual take here. I'm actually talking hoops, man. I'm actually talking hoops. And if you want to get down to the nitty gritty, if you're just telling me that the star is going to get it done, no, you got an 82 game season. You have a big war of attrition. You have a big war of attrition. You know what I'm saying? For the guys in here, please like and subscribe. Smash the like button. You know what I'm saying? But even the teams that I got as the outsiders, the outside, 4 teams I think I just named: Dallas, Minnesota, Milwaukee, Dallas, Minnesota, Milwaukee. One more team out west, I think. But it ain't the Lakers, trust me. It ain't the Lakers, but I actually got let's start with the Clippers. Let's start with the Clippers. Oh, Detroit. I forgot about Detroit, one in the East. So, and again, if they got Cade Cunningham. That's my first round pick tonight. They got Cade Cunningham. He's definitely a superstar. He's definitely a superstar in the making. If you want people to think there's only 5 superstars in the league, he's definitely a superstar. Maybe you don't have him a superstar, but if he ain't, he's on the verge of being a top 5 player. I think he's that good. You know what I mean? I think he just needs a little bit more seasoning, a little bit more experience in the big games. But their issue is 3-point shooting. Their issue is, I think, and again, he's a great point guard, but he's a 6'8" guy playing point guard. Sometimes I think they need a little bit more ball handling to help him out. And off-ball shooting and stuff like that. The defense is there, but that's Detroit. The Clippers are a team that a lot of people are doubting, but I like their roster top to bottom. Now, the question is who's the best player on the team? I'm gonna tell you the best player on their team. Ivica Zubac. Shout out to my man JB because that's one of his young Lakers. The Laker who was traded for Mike Muscala. A guy who was traded for Mike Muscala just to shave cap space. Ivica Zubac, he did. Jaden Ivey is that guy. Problem with Jaden Ivey is he's a great athlete, downhill athlete. If he gets shooting to his game, and again, I don't know him to be a great shooter. Cunningham is a pretty good shooter, not a great shooter. Until Beasley, I don't know if Beasley's even gonna be on the Beasley. I think is a free agent, and I think his case with the whole point shaving thing or whatever has to be worked out before they let him even sign anywhere. They need 3-point shooting with Detroit. That's the one thing that I think is an issue with them. But the Clippers, I think they're roster top to bottom. I mean, again, I know. They're old. You bring in Chris Paul. You got Harden, who's 36, going on. You got Kawhi, who's getting up there. You got a lot of old guys there. I get it. Same thing with Golden State. Golden State is one of them teams that until they tell me that they're seriously about developing Kuminga, they're on the outside for sure. But they're not. I mean, I think they're the next tier down from the four I just named. But the Clippers have a great roster top to bottom. John Collins, Mid I don't know if they have a mid coffee or whatever, but Dunn as a two-way guard. Like they have, unlike the Lakers, yes, they have old players and yes, they have injury-prone guys. Beal coming in, and I think he might be if he embraces the role, I think Bill is an outside looking in candidate to win six man. I think he's depending if he can embrace the role, he's a guy that can add the 6-man trophy to his resume. But yeah, between Zubac being solid, again, they corrected me on the last show. He led the league in total rebound. But again, you're talking about a guy that plays 80 games. That's big. You're talking about a guy who's a decent matchup with, and he centered a few 5 or 6 elite centers in it. He can match up with him. He proved that last year in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Harden running the show, getting guards to help, getting like Chris Paul being there. No one is asking for Chris Paul. This is Chris Paul's last chance to win a chip. So he goes to LA where he was for many years and comes to join his veteran team. They got young players and they got old veterans. I trust them. They're like my 17, but so you're asking about LeBron and his injury. I heard December. I'm looking. We might not see him to November. We might not see him to either middle of November or right before Thanksgiving. Who knows though with LeBron, man? Look, one thing I can give LeBron credit. You call me hater all you want, but LeBron is a really, really, really good healer. But sciatica, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a trainer. I'm not going to speculate. But sciatica might be the beginning of the end of LeBron, because sciatica is not. So we're laughing, but sciatica is comes from, it's a nervous system type of disorder. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we could laugh for LeBron and whatnot. And again, it's funny. It's funny on TikTok. FYF accused LeBron of faking the injury. Now he spends it with, or maybe they're just playing chess with everybody. They're playing chess with the league and trying to get LeBron through the season, which is something I've already said, right? LeBron needs to reduce his minutes, his load. He needs to shoot to play 50-something games, at 30 minutes a game, right? Forget all. But see, the thing, I don't even know if LeBron, I don't even know if they have LeBron in the future. So LeBron might say, I don't care about the Lakers' goal. I'm just, I want to do for me. Again, I'm not going to speculate, but I think the Lakers would do it. And even JJ Redick is pointed to this, that LeBron needs to reduce his working load. Because, it's funny because he said, he's, I mean, look, FYF said he's faking. And they might be using this as a strategy. Again, trust me, I just picked up Rui Hachimura as my last pick. Well, probably because no, somebody beat me to Rui Hachimura. I picked up somebody else that's playing on opening night. I got Kaminga as well. But Adrian, I don't even know, bro. You see, some people are like the boy who cried wolf. LeBron has cried about so many injuries that he's never had any surgical procedures, anything done. He's never had one surgery in his career, yet he's always breaking something, pulling something in the whole nine. So, yeah, they saying he's faking the injury, which is funny because if we said the same thing, we would be haters. But you, FYF, and you, LeBron Glaze crew, y'all can say it like that, and to get comments. I mean, personally, like I said, I stand 10 toes down on it. I said, LeBron, play, reduce your minutes, get to the playoffs. If you really are serious about winning another chip, just get to the playoffs. This year, you're playing with Luka. Be his Pippen, and just be worried about April more so than in-season awards. Because if you're trying to get 65 games at however many minutes you need to play, that's not what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Adam. That's funny. Hey, Rap God, how you doing, bro? But the Clippers, top to bottom, I like their roster. I think they're the seventh. I think they're the fourth seed out there in the West. Well, potentially the 3 or 5, maybe even the 5th seed. But I still come playoff time. If you get a healthy Kawhi, if you get Chris Paul playing like 2021 Chris Paul in his limited role, Harden is still showing he's an elite playmaker. He's an elite assist guy. Bradley Beal in his role. I think they have enough 3-point shooting. Oh, they got Bogdanovich. I forgot about that, bro. Like people that say they don't like their roster. What are the Clippers missing? Somebody tell me in the chat anything y'all think that the Clippers are missing to help be a J. C-Dub, I see you back up. Do you think the Clippers are missing anything in particular?
Nah, the only thing they'd be missing is health if they get hurt. But
yeah,
to me, I said this earlier, they have the perfect team to go far.
Yeah, and see, I think they need Kawhi to win a chip, and without a doubt.
Yeah,
but they can compete without Kawhi. That's the difference. That's the difference between them and the Lakers, in my opinion. When Luka's out, I don't think they have a competitive roster. When LeBron and Luka are out, Austin Reeves is your number one. With Rui Hachimura, you think they're going to win against an elite team? If in any game, I'm not saying it's going to be a lot of games, but let's say Luka plays 70 games this year, and LeBron, when he comes back from the sciatica, plays every game. Okay. Well, it's still going to be a couple of games when one of these guys is out, and you're probably going to strategically sit them against bad teams that they can beat. You know what I'm saying? Now, I get it. They are an old roster altogether, but they do have youth in that roster.
Exactly.
They do have youth within that roster playing major roles. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know Dunn has been around for a little bit, and they got Norman Powell again. He ain't that old. No, Norman Powell's with Miami.
Norman Powell's gone. But they have Nick Batum's old, but Zubac.
Yeah, Nick Batum is old. But I they got young wings, and that's what I'm saying. They got young wings. They got enough team speed, team quickness. They got solid rebounding. Zubac is only 27, 28. JB would know better than me.
He's
I did send him a link. He might come up here. But yeah, I think that's enough. But I do think they need Kawhi, and that's the same deal, right? Get Kawhi to April. Just get him to April. That's it. Don't matter how many games he play in season because you know they're gonna have enough to win enough games to get into the tournament, right? But just get him to April, and hopefully he don't have any recurring injuries and he don't dunk on Rudy Gobert and tear his ACL doing so. You know what I'm saying? Like that was their shot back in 2021. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he just happened to dunk on Rudy Gobert and tear his ACL in the process. It was funny because I remember Kristaps Porzingis dunking on Giannis, and that's when he tore his ACL with my Knicks. You know, back in 2019. Damn, that long ago. 2018 actually. Damn. But yeah. So, I mean, like I said, if anybody got anything else they think about, I mean, I think the Clippers are like a good 50-win team. And again, it's just a matter of can they get that formula going come April, May, June. Yeah, LeBron finishes his career off with the Clippers. That's gonna be interesting to see who LeBron finishes his career off with. He's gonna wind up. I think what's gonna happen. I told JB this. I think he's gonna finish his career off with a team that needs to sell tickets. To be honest,
He want to go
they
to New
could use
York.
they could use the box office bliss. You know what I'm saying?
He coming to New York.
Nah, we don't. We don't need none of that. We trying to go back to back next year. You know. But anyway, let's move on to the next team. I think I got as contenders out in the West. Um, and that would be the Houston Rockets. Now I see Houston playing tonight, and I'm high on one young guy, the third pick from last year's draft, who didn't get an opportunity to play because there were so many guards there in that rotation. And shout out to my second round pick, Alperen Sengun. I see he had a triple double, so I could see him getting like 5, 6 assists a game. You know, obviously Kevin Durant, but Reed Shepherd being there, stepping up into the starting point guard role, and they're gonna let him play a lot off ball. He's pretty much a combo guard. You understand what I'm saying? I think they got enough playmaking, and I think he'll be a good enough point guard to where, you know, I'm not sure what he is on defense at this level, but I know he's a steady hand shooter. We talk about again a guy that went 50, 90 at Kentucky. So I like his opportunity. I think he's gonna be I was one pick off of getting him. I was one pick off of getting him in the 12th round for my fantasy team. But yeah, I mean obviously with KD and company, you're gonna have a guy. You don't have a team that Amen Thompson is a star in the making, an all-star in the making. A lot of people think he could be defensive player of the year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to Scott. Scott wants to debate everybody. But you know, you're talking about a guy that could be deep deep boy in Amen Thompson, but also a good playmaking ability. Now their 3-point shooting. They get and then that's the other thing. They got DFS. They got a good backup center. They're built for it. They're built for it. Really, I think for KD's legacy, this team needs to get to the conference finals. And that's going to be tough because you got Denver and you got OKC there. But that means, hey, you're a good enough player to pull an upset. Pull an upset on your OKC Thunder, your former team. Especially when you were talking trash in the comments to their on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? To their fans. Well, go ahead and beat them. You know what I mean? That'll show you. But yeah, that's pretty much like it's make or break. It's make or break. They got the coach. They got the outside shooting. They got the playmaking. They got they got multi-dimensional players. They got if anybody understands the problem I have with the Lakers. They got guys that are out there for one thing. And that doesn't do it. You need guys that can do, you need guys that can do both things well. Obviously, Luka is not a one-dimensional player, but he's a defensive. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Van Vliet is a professional point guard. I actually thought Van Vliet was kind of the weakest link, but see, in this day and age, you need a point guard. You can't run good offense without a quarterback, so you need a point guard. You know what I'm saying? You need a point guard to run your offense, and Van Vliet was at least professional doing that. He won, he won conference. I mean, he won the chip with being the point guard of the Toronto Raptors. And actually, that was Lowry, but Van Vliet was young on that team. So, but you do know that he was still, he's still capable and whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, Dakota, that's the same finals I got. You know what I mean? That's the same finals I have. But yeah, so they my third team out there. My second team out there, and I'm gonna say this because a lot of people think they're going back to back. I think it's gonna be tough because I don't think they're sneaking up on anybody. But I do think they possibly have the best top to bottom roster in the league, and that would be OKC Thunder. Yeah, I mean, look, Timberwolves. I think if Timberwolves give good guard play, give good point guard play, they will be in this mix. But I think they're out. I think they're like the fifth seed. For those people that think the Lakers are the fourth seed, I mean, how do you think they're better than the Clippers, man? Look, people kill me on my take, but I think people got crazier takes than I do. If we say it's gonna make for some spicy playoffs, but yeah, I like OKC has a roster. They have pieces on pieces on pieces. They like OKC just the fact that they were playing Yang, right? Yang was a New York Knicks draft pick that we traded to them, right? Back when they were just accumulating draft capitals. And he's not even in their roster. And there's a guy that they was thinking outside looking in could be a Giannis if he developed. They have a lot of talent there. But I think the issue is they're not going to sneak up on anybody. Yes, they're deep. Yes, they're good. Yes, guys like J-Dub proved he could be a great number two. Yes, they got some beef with Hartenstein there to protect Chet Holmgren. Yes, Chet Holmgren proved that he can be a big time performer. He's still always an injury issue. And trust me, I picked him up in fantasy this year, tonight. But I'll just keep my fingers crossed that he plays every game. But I think he can give me elite production, especially with stop blocking and everything like that. So look, somebody got OKC the Knicks. Hey, I love the fact because we're gonna get to the Knicks. We definitely gonna get to the Knicks, but I love the fact that yeah, like OKC has everything you need. Lou Dort, Casey Wallace. I mean, all of that. Funny because now it seems like a lot of people when we were streaming, a lot of people didn't know who was on OKC. Now like everybody's like OKC experts. Oh, I knew about Casey Wallace. Honestly, I can tell you, I didn't know about J-Dub. I didn't even know they got two Jalen Williams. I didn't know which Jalen Williams was the All-Star, to be honest. Let's keep it real, to be honest. But now that I know, this J-Dub from Santa Clara, the 6'5" small forward, he can play across three positions. He definitely is a great number two. He's a great defender, good downhill ball, good enough three-point shooter. They got a lot of good two-way players. Really no weaknesses on. The roster got no weaknesses. So why don't I got them going back to the finals? Well, they don't have the Nikola Jokic with a great. They don't have Nikola Jokic, and Nikola Jokic actually has a great offensive ensemble around him. And they'll play enough team defense and methodical basketball where I think in a potential conference final. Now, again, I think OKC could potentially lose a 2-3 matchup or 1-4 matchup to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I think that's possible. I think, like I said, Kevin Durant can throw it back and just have a dominant series. Yeah, and they got a great player. They got a superstar, no doubt. My thing is, if anything happens to SGA, can they get enough good point guard play out of him, and out of the rest of the roster, and can they get a good superstar play out of the rest of the roster? Y'all seen it? Indiana almost beat them. A lot of people keep telling me Indiana would have beat them if I don't know that. I don't know that. I'm not gonna say that. OKC was a 68 win team for a reason. OKC got through the Western Conference playoffs for a reason, and it was a tough. No one's destroying OKC. That's what I'm saying, Paul. Nobody's destroying them. They can be beaten, but nobody's destroying them. So, that's a hot take that OKC is going to be destroyed. But yeah, like the 4 teams that I have in the West that are contenders are solid top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if C-Dub came back. I just would like to get his take on the 2 teams that I just reviewed a little bit, but yeah, the Nuggets are the last team. I'm gonna go out west before I talk about the 3 contenders in the East and what I think what I think they need to do. Again, what you did last year, run it, get better. I think they have every element they need. I think they shoot the 3 well. They damn sure defend well. But again, they weren't unbeatable. It's like everybody thought Boston was unbeatable. I kept telling y'all, Boston is a beatable team. Everybody thought Boston, even with the Cavs. The Knicks or the Cavs could beat Boston in a 7-game series. Oh no, the Knicks can't. They swept y'all 4-0. Part thing about about Boston is their strategy was not great. Was not that great. Their roster was great, no doubt. Same thing with OKC, but they don't. I don't think they play a unbeatable brand of basketball. They have a great roster, no doubt. Yeah. So let's see the Nuggets. I think with the Nuggets, we're gonna get to the Nuggets in a minute because I think they're the team going to the East. Yeah, I know you were shocked, Pause. I predicted it. See, I was talking to my man JB on the phone. I don't know if he's pulling up. I don't know if he got time to pull up tonight. But I was talking to my man JB on the phone tonight, and I was telling him, bro, we have a way of predicting things on this channel, man. I wasn't shocked. I knew exactly I knew the Knicks could beat them. I didn't say I did jump on, go on a limb and predict the Knicks to 6. I put them in the 6. I knew it would be tough to beat them in a game 7 at Boston, but I predicted the Knicks to 6, and I predicted us. I said if we take one of the early games in Boston, we definitely got a chance of beating the Boston there. We lost game 3. We took the first 2 in Boston, lost game 3, won game 4. That's the one. Even though we were winning that game handily, that's one that Tatum got hurt. They came back, went to Boston, won a blowout, and we blew them out in game 6 at the Garden. You know what I'm saying? You have to see receipts. Check the channel, bro. Check the channel. You know what? Pause. Check the comments after the video. We're not gonna be going this long tonight, but check the comments of the video. I'm gonna put the link. I'm gonna put the link to the video I did. Knicks versus Celtics prediction. I made a prediction before the game. Same way I predicted the Timberwolves were gonna beat the Lakers. I predicted a lot of series. Later, as the playoffs went on, I didn't have time to make my predictions, but I was pretty dead on with most of them. A lot of people, like I said, we predict shit over here, man. We was talking about OKC in the offseason and what they need to do, and they went and signed their whole core that same week. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know they were gonna do that, but I knew I was talking about them doing it because they could have waited. They could have waited to sign them guys, but they did. They signed them that week. They said we're not going to do what we did in the KD era and let Harden go because we can't pay the luxury tax. So they traded Harden away and they didn't get nearly enough value for him back. You know what I'm saying? But they decided to keep. They won a championship. They decided to keep their core together. And KD was talking about this. I saw KD was talking about this recently. He was saying how the core, like LeBron was sitting there cheering when we traded Harden away, and he was going back and forth with him on Twitter. But yeah, because back then OKC management was not keen to paying luxury taxes and shit like that. Now OKC is they've been so good financial wise, like they've been under the cap for so long. Now they're gonna go into now that they have a young contending core there. They're gonna keep this team together for many years. So I just don't think this year they're gonna win. I think they might get back on top of the mountain. I think they'll be there, but So let me go to the team that I think is gonna beat them, and it's Denver Nuggets. So again, what I say, Denver Nuggets has Joker, and they don't, and y'all don't. And Joker got help now. I mean, he had help last year. I don't. One thing about Scap Attack, I like his content, but he's a little bit of a Joker play. I'm a big Joker fan. I love guys that play like the Joker. I try to play like the Joker, especially as I'm old and slow, right? But the way I wish I could shoot like him, but it did. I mean, really, outside of not being a big jumping, leaping, shot blocking center, the Joker is the best player in basketball. Right? There's no weaknesses to his game. He shoots the three. He shoots over the last 5 seasons. He shot 59% total. I mean, this is ridiculous, bro. No, Scap is a Joker guy too, because I think Joker is from one of his. I think Joker's close to from where his ancestry is. So if you know Scap, his name is like Scap Honovic or something like that, right? So he's an Eastern European by heritage, so he loves all of those Eastern European guys. So he is a big Kobe guy, but right now his player right now, Dakota, is Joker. He makes a lot of Joker content, and a lot of times he's acting like the Joker has no help. Now the Joker always had help, but what the Joker was missing was the perimeter defense, stuff like that was pretty much missing off the team. So and I like Cam Johnson as a shot blocker, as a defender. He's a much better defender than Michael Porter Jr. Much better. So with the Joker being there, oh really, Dakota? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Look, I'll tell you, the Eastern European guys, shout out to Marquise Morris, but he thought he was punking the white boy. Them Eastern Europeans are built differently. Don't think they're like the Frenchies. The Frenchies, these guys are not that tough in the fight. And even some of the what's that? Yeah, you're not. You could scrap up with even though his reach is freaking crazy. You probably scrap up with Wembanyama, but you're not punking the Joker. And Marquise Morris thought, oh, I could just punk him. He ain't gonna do nothing. Nah. You talking guys that country, they were born and their countries were at war. Like Joker was born in '95. Like by the late '90s, there was war in his, all of Slovenia, all these new countries that, all these countries are relatively new in the last 20 some years because their country's been at war. So you're not scaring them easily, bro. Joker gets tough. He's an absolute basketball wizard. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and but he also is a Joker. He's a Joker stand as well, and I love Joker too. But like I said, with Aaron, remember one thing that I said, me and JB said, I said when they traded for Aaron Gordon that year, he was the last key to them being a championship because I thought they had a lot of good shooting. Christian Brown, shout out to Christian Brown, great player, man, great player. They get Valanciunas as the backup center. Like, yeah, Joker always had help. The problem is like I said, when I think about this, right? Because people, I done did three shows on really talking about what help is, and help in this day and age, it's not just a guy who can score. It's not just a guy who can defend. You have to have every element on a roster to be able to contend top to bottom. So what they were missing when Bruce Brown and they had to lose KCP to Orlando, they were missing that perimeter defender, that point attack defender that I think the Lakers are missing. So y'all gonna be saying, "Oh, Luka ain't got no help. Luka got help. He ain't got a complete roster. You know, they got a little bit quicker. I still think they're kind of one of the slower teams, but they get a little bit quicker. They're a little bit tougher. They're a little bit better defenders. And, when it come down to it, look at the shooting splits of all their guys. Look at that shit. They guys got crazy shooting splits. They have great, they play at good pace. I think they're the class of the West, and I think they're going to prove it. I think because the Joker's the best player in the game, and I think he's the best player definitely in the West. And he showed he's outplayed Kevin Durant. He showed he could outplay the Warriors. He showed he could outplay. Hell, he played very, very great against OKC. The series went to 7 games. I think he was the best player in that series, despite being guarded by guys like Caruso. But the fact that they had to throw the kitchen sink to stop that guy, I cannot make enough superlatives about the Joker. I think he did win me did he win me the last championship I won in fantasy? Well, he won me a few, but yeah, man. And like I said, bro, any of y'all guys play fantasy basketball, if you get the first pick the Joker. Don't overthink it. I've seen guys pass on the Joker and I love Antetokounmpo. I love the Greek Freak. I love Giannis. He's my favorite player in the league. Well, now that Westbrook is back, he's my second favorite player. But yo, get the Joker. Like, do not pass on the Joker for any circumstances. But so yeah, that does it out west. Let's go to the east. And the third team, the dark horse teams I told you that could have a chance if things break right is Milwaukee and Detroit, even though I got Milwaukee at the 6th seed. I got Boston as the 7th seed. I don't think they're shout out to Russ signing with the Kings. Yeah. Like I said, Russ, before you know it, Russ might be starting a few games, man. Russ could definitely start a few games out there in Sacramento. You never know. And possibly help them get to the playoffs. They got enough talent. For sure they got enough talent. So Orlando is a team that I think fixed a lot of their weaknesses. I think, like they were 2 seed, 1 seed. They were 2 seed early on. It's all good. I think they were 2 seed early on, and then the injuries, they lost Paolo, and then they lost Mo Wagner. Not Franz Wagner right after that. And I picked Franz Wagner in my fantasy team tonight as well, my 3rd round pick. But yeah, Wendell Carter at center. You got Wendell Carter center, Paolo, obviously the forwards. You got a backcourt of Desmond Bane. You got Desmond Bane. You got Jalen Suggs. You get Luke Kennard for the 3-point shooting. They got a lot of help there, and they're tough defense. So they're build defense. I think they're well coached. I think they'll be the 3 seed. I think they'll probably lose to. They could beat Indiana, but they'll lose to they could beat Cleveland. But they would lose to the Knicks. They're another team that's probably another year away, another piece away. But so I like them. I like them top to bottom. Yeah, look. Again, I know Sturdy tells me to talk Knicks early on, but I will. I'm saving the best for last. That's what I'm doing here. I'm saving the best for last. And look, here we got this cat that don't know. Is your girl gonna let you come on tonight? I could drop the link for anybody. But Orlando is the third team out there. Oh my God! People say the Hawks, bro. The Hawks, and I see Porzingis play well tonight in fantasy. I mean, preseason. You know, the fact that Porzingis is out there is encouraging. The fact that Jalen Johnson is out there was encouraging. I missed out on Jalen Johnson. I passed on him and thinking I was gonna get him in the next round. Yeah, Mars a clown. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know the Knicks, LOL Knicks. Hey, anime. I'm dropping a link because you come up and you never get a chance to talk. I want to hear why the Celtics are better than the Knicks. Because this is funny. Yeah. So Orlando, like we talked about, getting Suggs back. They have another point guard out there. I'm missing. I get it. I haven't heard that one before. The Knicks haven't won shit since 1973. And it's the same guys will tell you that winning the Eastern Conference Finals means something, right? But the Knicks haven't won. It's real funny. Look, the link is dropped, so y'all wanna pull up and thug it out. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, bro. But somebody argue with me why the Knicks are a bum ass franchise. Orlando is definitely one of the top teams out there. I think they can win 50, top 55 to 60 games if they get it all together. Don't have the injuries like they had last year. Paolo was that dude. Good enough star to take it all away. At least to the conference finals. But yeah, I mean, and they kind of scare me because they could put a good 2 weeks together and beat the Knicks, but I think the Knicks are built a little bit higher. Again, like I said, Wendell Carter Jr. You get guys like Jonathan Isaac, who's still doing his thing. Still playing the role. Yeah. But let's get to the Cleveland. Let's get to Cleveland because Cleveland. A lot of people like Cleveland. A lot of people think Cleveland is the class of the East. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it that Cleveland is a top team. I think I think they have everything they need for sure. Mobley is depoy. Jared Allen, another good. They got probably the best rim protection in the East. You know what I'm saying? They get Alonzo Ball coming off the bench. I think they're gonna miss Ty Jerome. I think they're gonna miss Isaac Okoro, guys like that. Massachusetts is still, I believe. Let me look at their roster real quick. Let me look at their roster real quick. Yeah, so I believe he's still on Cleveland. Let me see. Cleveland. Team 164 games last year. Oh yeah, he's still there. So, DeAndre Hunter, Darius Garland always seems to get hurt. It's like the first time I haven't had him in fantasy in a while. They get Thomas Bryant. Now somebody told me about Thomas Bryant. Okay. That was Herm that told me about Thomas Bryant. Great. I'm glad he knows about Thomas Bryant, but Thomas Bryant is he's a change of pace center for them. If you had to start him because Allen is out, then you're getting a whole different, he's a 3-point shooter, safe in the corner shooter, you know what I'm saying? Iron Man, what's good? Iron Man, what's good? What have I been off about anybody? Who have I missed anybody? Have I been capping about anybody? What's good, Iron Man?
What's up, Ro?
Yeah,
you been all right?
I've been good, man. I've been good doing my fantasy draft this year, my big money fantasy draft tonight. So yeah, I'm feeling good about the team I got. I ain't even have a chance to look over the roster and see but I think I got a good roster, man. I got Cade Cunningham in the first round. I drafted 9th, So I was happy to get him. And yeah, I was drafting good from there, you know. So
Okay.
but yeah, I was going to get
Where you
goal.
got
I want to
Detroit?
really.
Where you got Detroit going? In the
So I
East
got
this
Detroit.
year.
I got Detroit as the 4th team in the East. I think they're right outside the contenders bubble because I think they like if they don't get Beasley back and they've already lost Tim Hardaway Jr. I don't think they got enough 3-point shooting. So
Yeah.
you know, and Tim Hardaway was a streaky shooter as it is. I think 3-point shooting is their one weakness. They got enough defense. I think, you know, Jalen Duren is getting even better as a center both ways, both ways. He's a double-double machine when he's hitting. Isaiah Sue, they're tough, they're pesky. And they got a superstar in Kay Cunningham. I believe he's a super. If people think Kay Cunningham ain't a superstar, then I think you're a casual, to be honest. But
Yeah,
I still think
fact.
they're a
That's
year
fact.
away from being a real contender.
Yeah, I got them in the play-in this year. I don't have them in the top.
So how do they get worse, especially in the East?
Yeah.
Plus, you got them as a 7
Yeah, I got
seed.
them in the play-in. I got them.
Yo, you got him a play in?
7 seed.
Hold
Yep.
on. Man.
Okay, so who's your top
7
6?
seed.
Who's your top 6?
In the East?
Yeah, in the East.
In the East?
Yeah.
I got the Cavaliers. I got New York Knicks, Orlando. I'm gonna go with Charlotte 4th. And then the Hawks.
Okay. No, wait.
I think they're gonna do something this year.
Yo, your boy Mar kills me for having Portland as the 7th or 8th seed. You got the Hornets as the 4th seed?
Yeah, I got the Hornets.
Hey,
So
man, I would love
basically
to
what you're saying is,
go to a game.
So what you saying is LaMelo will not get hurt this year. Bro, what's good?
Yeah,
so you saying LaMelo's gonna play? He's gonna play 80 games, Melo.
We don't need play. I think he'll play around 60 something games.
So what did they do to get so much better to jump from lottery team to 4th seed?
I mean, I like the
progression of Brandon Miller.
Yeah, Brandon Miller. You still got Melo. I like Miles. I think
Miles is solid.
I think they can do something this year. So
all right, I mean, what? Run the triangle offense?
Man, Iron Man gonna make me buy tickets to see Charlotte.
Listen,
you in Charlotte?
Look, I tell you, bro, I ain't mad at the spicy take.
I'm about an hour. I'm in Greensboro.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Greensboro, so I'm about an hour and a half away.
Yeah,
I know y'all shocked about that pick.
I'm very shocked.
Everybody give me crap about talking about Portland. I only got Portland as a 7th or 8th seed. Now you got. I know the East is probably lacking behind the West, but god damn, 4th seed. All right, so who else?
Who else? I got I got the Hawks 5th.
Yep.
And I still got Boston 6th. I think they gonna make it in that 6th seed.
I don't like the Hawks at all. I mean, look, obviously the Hawks top side. If Porzingis can play like bro, again, if it's a guy whose team drafted the Porzingis, he can look good now, and all of a sudden something like this guy, that man just need to hit the weight room, bro. He is too tall to be too skinny. He is basically. He's the Michael Jordan of Sean Bradley.
I like Jalen Johnson. I like.
Jalen Johnson is the truth.
Dyson Daniels.
Dyson Daniels is the truth.
Daniels gonna, I think he's gonna be a beast. Still.
You think the Frenchie? You think the Frenchie gonna give a little something?
You talking about Zachary Richter?
Yeah. He's the first.
I think he's gonna have a big year too. Yeah. He's about 6'10", right? 6'10" wing.
He's about 6'9", 6'8", 6'9", 6'10". Yeah. You know how it goes when you got here's the crazy part about it. Like he might have been drafted at 6'8", but remember they 19 years old, so they can grow. That's why like my Knicks and Paycom Dottier, right? He's like one of the last guys out there. I think we just need to be patient with him because you never know. Like all of a sudden this cat could come back one summer. He can come back one fall and 1 October and be like 6'10" and like, ready to kill it. So, but yeah, the Frenchies is taking over with these, they were the first and second pick last year. And the Frenchies they're gonna fuck the dream team up in the next Olympics, man.
They did pick up Walker too. They got Walker too. From
they got Shea's cousin. Which is a good. They got a lot of pieces.
Yeah, they're solid. They're solid.
I think they're gonna be a good team this year.
Yeah, I think they got a similar issue in leadership and something like I don't think they're fighters, man. I know they got talent. I just don't think they're fighters. So maybe when I see them actually put it together, then I could believe in them. But I mean, yeah, they could get the play in. I got them out of the playoffs altogether because I just think something's going to happen with that team. And I think, I like Okongwu, right? I like Okongwu. Can he be the starter? Because he was always, what's his name, backer. Oh, I forgot Clint Capella went to Houston as well. Man. I forgot to mention Clint Capella when I was talking about Houston. But, yeah, can Okongwu be like the man to be the only center, because Porzingis is gonna be hurt, bro. Like I'm not talking reckless when I say this. I'm not necessarily talking reckless when I say this. Porzingis is gonna be hurt. Like he can look good tonight, and in December, all of a sudden he's walking around with a strength. Like dude is so skinny, you don't even think he has calf muscles, but he could be walking around with some strange, mysterious calf muscle. In addition to that virus that he had that pretty much kept him like, I don't know, man, on fluids for the whole season. I like if you depending on these guys to make deep playoff runs and get you through seasons, I don't know. And then you know how I feel about Trae Young, terrific player, but I don't. He's not a superstar, man. He's not a superstar guy.
You don't think he's a superstar?
No.
Dang.
He's not. Again, I'm not the efficiency guy, right? I'm not Mr. Efficiency guy. But what happens with Young is, yeah, obviously he's a good playmaker. Obviously he's a guy that moves the ball. But I think he holds his team back. Like he passes a lot for assists. I don't think he's a true point guard. Like he has point guard abilities, but he shoots too much. His shot selection is not that great. Yeah, he can win a few games, but he can shoot you out of. He tried
to be like Steph Curry so much.
Yeah. Go ahead, C-Dub.
For Trae Young, do you think he's more like a Reggie Miller type star, or is he?
Reggie Miller was accurate. That's my thing.
Yeah,
Reggie Miller was pretty accurate. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, as far as superstar,
I don't like to use the efficient word, like, because sometimes you can take shots, take them, but sometimes he can shoot you and win you games, right? No doubt about it. But he can shoot you out of games. See, I never felt that Iverson. Right, let's look at this. People say Iverson was inefficient.
Yeah, I was going to say
I never thought Iverson shot his teams out of games. I don't. You know why? Because he was the best option to do it. Trae Young got better options than him jacking up 30-footers, and he'll just jack up 30-footers and go 2 for 11 doing it. You get what I'm saying? Like he got better play. He had a Bogdanovich all those years. Bogdanovich is a legit 40% three-point shooter. He had George Yang. Guys that can actually shoot 40%. He shoots like 33%, 34%. Makes these 30-footers. It's like, bro, you see how, okay, I don't know how many people follow the WNBA. But the way Caitlin Clark, the way the Fever looked without Caitlin Clark. Did y'all notice that?
They look better than me.
They look better.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, all Caitlin Clark, she's good at making long shots. but it's a low percentage, high turnover. Like, yeah, she's good at making plays, but they didn't necessarily need her. They had enough good players with Kelsey Mitchell and all and Aaliyah Boston and all that. And that's my thing. It's like Trae Young. You don't need to be the leading scorer. That's why I say if Trae Young understands, you know what? I'm the point guard of this team. Let me make Jalen Johnson into a superstar. Me and Jalen Johnson get this good 2-man game going, and let me chill out on these 11, 12 3-pointers with half of them being from 30 feet for no reason, from the logo for no reason. That's just my feeling. And that, look, y'all could call it, I think that's what happens. The casual fan love these logo threes. I think logo threes can got its place if you're making them.
It can hurt a team a whole lot too, just by taking a whole lot of threes. So I like the team that go in the paint and then go outside. Don't just shoot a whole lot of threes.
That's my point. And it's like Trae. I think Trae. See, this is what happens when we do too much. Too much of the discourse is like, oh, the point guard, he can't be a first option. I don't think point guard should be your first option. To be honest, a point guard should not be your first option. If you're a great point guard, then guess what? Your job is to make somebody else a great scorer. Yeah, Dame can make logo threes. What does Dame want? You see what I'm saying? Honestly, when I talk about Caitlin Clark and I say she's not but a Dame Lillard, y'all talk like she's Jordan, but she's fucking Dame Lillard. She just takes a lot of shots, make a lot of logo threes. Who cares? If you're gonna if you want to move her to the shooting guard, then go ahead. See, that's what I thought, and this is why I thought Atlanta when they got Murray, even though Murray now they got Dyson Daniels, right, who's a better defender than Murray was, but Murray, I thought, okay, he could play point guard and let what's the name play up the ball. I'm gonna get to the Knicks next, but I gotta finish Cleveland, but. This is what I think we needed to do with Brunson. I think we needed somebody, and the Malcolm Brogdon retiring kind of hurt. But if you look at it, Malcolm Brogdon was pretty much, with the injuries he's had the last 2 years, I guess he felt he was washed and he couldn't get to an 82-game season. So he did the best thing for him and he retired. But I think the Knicks need to get somebody to get Jalen off the ball. I think sometimes Young needs to play off the ball. And he's the guy that has the ball in his hand all the time. And he takes the most shots. If the Hawks work a system where Jalen Johnson is the guy getting 25 and Trae Young gets his 21 and 12, whatever, then I think they have a better chance. That's just what I think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But look, and Mar with another bad take, that's gonna be his job to be the scorer off the bench, to be the scorer down stretches. Well, we just need somebody. We need somebody to jack up shots. Because Clarkson is a guy who's proven he can help teams win. But so yeah, so you have Atlanta being better than Detroit. That's fair. Because Detroit don't have the 3-point shooter necessarily. But I think they lost when they lost Bogdanovich. You lost a very accurate 3-point shooter. They never really kind of and they lost Hunter. To the Cavs. They traded onto the Cavs. So you got Porzingis again. Good luck relying on Porzingis.
Yeah. Do anyone of y'all have the Bucks in the top 6 in the East? Or?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do. And again, like I said,
why y'all have them in the top 6?
Giannis.
Because Giannis. Let's keep it real. Giannis is good enough to keep him in the top 6.
That's it. Like. So y'all okay with like him? I think he's by himself, man. Like Miles Turner, I don't think that's not gonna be enough. And then you, they did get, they did resign Gary Trent Jr. Right?
Trent Jr. So between Trent Jr., shooters like Trent Jr., Bobby Portis can make shots. Playing that.
Yeah.
I think they got a good enough shoot. See, the problem, the one thing keeping them back, as I said, is the point guard play. And I think Kevin Porter Jr. got an opportunity. I'm not sure he's an everyday point guard. But Kevin Porter Jr. got an opportunity to like do his
But I
thing,
mean,
but
he's not as good as Drew Holiday playing point guard.
oh yeah, no, he's not even
And then I
close. He's
think
not even
Kyle.
close.
I
And
mean,
that's what I'm
as
saying.
far as
They,
as
I think
far as the
if
point
I'm
guard
them,
position.
I'm calling Spencer Dinwiddie just for the depth. You know, and look, Spencer Dinwiddie
Yeah,
is
he
who
got
Spencer
released.
Dinwiddie
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
See,
That'd
people
be
go
a
like,
good
"Oh,
pickup.
Spencer Dinwiddie is a shot chucker and all that," but he is a competent point guard, right? He is a guy that can add something they need. Like he can move the ball and make enough shots to get that to benefit them. So I think they should get. I think them in Minnesota should be calling Spencer Dinwiddie right now. Should be calling his agent right now. To be honest. Oh, is Reggie Jackson still in the league?
I don't think he is.
I mean, you know, he's a little long. Reggie Jackson been around for a minute. Shout out to Bobby Schmurda, aka Reggie Jackson.
I remember that Detroit team he took to the playoffs.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The reason why they're in the top six is because Giannis. Giannis is going to win them enough games. Period. Just by Giannis is going. I see Giannis win the scoring title and the rebounding title this year.
Yeah.
I actually see that.
I could definitely see that. Yeah.
I can see
You know,
that. Yeah, I can see that.
but that's just not like they're going to need good point guard play outside of them. Again, they got shooting outside of them, and you know he's going to be the
I
main
just don't like
defender
Kyle
there.
Kuzma. You know.
Yeah,
Kyle
cool.
Kuzma,
We all know.
He just
Look,
he plays
Laker fans and Wizards fans know Kyle Kuzma one night can get you, and Bucks fans know this as well. If Casual was here, he'd be telling, he'd concur. Kuzma get you 25, can get you seven for 10 threes, and the next night this nigga could literally score 0 points. Like
that's facts. So yeah.
this is the Kuzma is the John Starks of James Worthy's. I don't know.
Not trust. Yeah, you can't trust him.
For real, like as a third option, and that is. I mean, I used to go back and forth with guys when he was one of the Lakers. I'm like, yeah, he's a third option, but he was a third option. It's funny being a third option in today's NBA. Like people be expecting these third options to score 20 points a game, but you got to realize, man, especially when you have a dominant 2-man game, these guys touch the ball like they got like 2 seconds, 3 seconds to score. You know what I'm saying? And it's not an easy role. So you gotta be real. You gotta be a really good shooter. You gotta be real confident. You gotta, understand most third options are not going to have plays drawn up for them. But really, I think good coaches should draw up a play for third option. But Kuzma still is very streaky. So, that's how I go, man. I remember one night he was dominant at the end of the season last year. And then the next night, that motherfucker didn't do nothing. the playoffs, he was awful, wasn't he?
That's why I said I don't trust the Bucks.
Yeah,
I don't trust them, but I think they'll be a top.
Yeah, because of Giannis. Yeah,
Giannis is just that good, man. He's just that good. And if he had a better team, I'd call him the best player in the world. But again, somebody was asking me that Giannis the Joker. I'm like, bro, you can't go wrong with either way. But if I'm looking at recent success and really it's because he's had a better team and so he can have recent success, it's got to be the Joker for me. But talent wise, in the draft, see that's the one thing too. I know Joker can hit free throws for me, and you could potentially be when they play hacker Giannis, fuck up your whole thing. But still, I'm taking Giannis as a talent.
They did pick up Cole Anthony. What y'all think about
that's
him?
what they got, Cole Anthony. Now again, he got a good opportunity as well. Should they play Cole Anthony and Kevin Porter Jr. a lot to get together? We'll see how Doc Rivers do it. That's the next problem. I don't think Doc Rivers the next guy I don't trust. Overrated as hell, bro. Overrated.
If you have the right coach with that team, they can go far.
They should have kept Adrian Griffin, to be honest, bro. But you know how I go. They paying him. They hired him up for 3 years or 4 years, and then fire him. So he's gonna collect that check. Oh man. So yeah, finishing off on Cleveland. They do got Matt Strus. They got Lonzo. I think Ty Jerome was a big piece for them. Now he in Memphis. Mobley and Allen are still great.
Yeah.
It's just I'll put it this way: get to the conference finals, then let me see how you're doing because they've done some good things. They've been a good team, but get me to a conference final, bro. They've been knocked out in gentleman's swept when they had. See, if you get gentleman's swept and you have home court advantage in a series, yeah, then the bench is not. See, this Herm was killing me on this. I'm like, yo, they bench is weak. Herm and Swiss was killing me on this. They bench is weak. I mean, look, so they start Hunter, I believe, right? If they start Hunter, then Hunter comes. Either way, I still don't. If Strus technically comes off the bench as well, but I still think their bench is weak. And then it's like, if you get injured, because they keep saying, "Oh, they get injuries." We'll see if you keep saying they get injuries at some point. Aren't they an injury-prone team? Right? Are you going to go bet your money on a team that you keep saying is injury-prone? It is what it is. You know, if the injuries happen, they happen. They keep getting injured at the wrong time. And my deal is, if you're a true contender, this is why I'm breaking them down. If you're a true contender, then guess what? Mobley got a bad ankle tonight. Who's going to step up in Mobley's spot? Do they have a power forward if Mobley's hurt? See, that's what I'm saying. You might have good bench players that can score, like a Strus, like a Hunter, if you're playing them off the bench or whatever. They lost a Okoro. That's a big. Okoro's one of their best, probably their best perimeter defender, in my opinion. He's not there no more. You know what I'm saying? So now I guess it's Hunter. Because that's the other thing. You're not getting good defense out of Spider, and you know Spider's a capable defender, but he ain't exactly Tony Allen out there. And Garland, they are what they are. You know, so yeah, I mean that's just my. See, we gonna get into it, Mara, because I know you hang out over there where they don't never talk basketball to you, where they watch 75-year-old 1980 or what do you say 1900s Michael Jordan footage all the time, and he brag about it like, oh, we watch film. Yeah, you still can't identify zone defense. Anyway, yeah, the Cavs. Shout out for the Cavs window. They ain't got but so long, and they remember this Cavs team has not been to a conference finals yet. But I did it. They're the front runners. Why? How did they the front runners? They have not shown that they can tough it out, deal with adversity. You know, they had a good regular season last year. Congrats. You get gentleman's swept with a home court advantage. I don't know about the injuries. Yeah.
So what? So how many wins you got them?
I got them at like 50, 55, 56, 57. Something like that. I don't see them winning 64 again. I mean, they could do it, but I don't see them winning 64 again. I don't see a need to anyway. Like, you know, sometime at some point they might late in the season call off the doors and try to see. At that point, you start nursing through injuries, right? Because you know teams are going to get injured. You know, people turning ankles all the time. Darius Garland always got something good. Trust me, I know. Draft this guy in fantasy all the time, thinking I get a bargain because he'd be like there in the 6th round. Oh, Darius Garland in the 6th round, I gotta pick him. And this motherfucker get hurt at the wrong time. And it's just what happens, man. You know what I'm saying? He was hurt come the playoffs. You got to look. Nobody is giving you any points. Or we would have. People keep saying this in these basketball conversations, Iron Man, right? Mm-hmm. We would have. It don't matter if you would have. What matters is when you got to the playoffs, were you healthy? Oh, so you weren't healthy? Did you have a backup that could like at least? You know, they had Ty Jerome. Yeah. So they should have been able to beat the Pacers with Ty Jerome stepping up. Yeah. I don't know. That's my opinion.
And then like you said, they injury prone. So like in the playoffs, you know, I think if I'm not mistaken, a couple of their centers, like Allen was injured too, right?
Allen was injured. He's always hurt. Yeah. That's another one. He's always hurt.
And Mobley was hurt.
Mobley twists his ankle. Yeah. So you know, and see, that's the thing, man. You got to gut it out. if you're not 100%, you got to gut it out. There's no do-overs. What my man Avon Barksdale say to that ref? We're not doing the shit over. The game ain't play like that. The game if the playoffs are in May, the second round is in May, and you heard in May. That's just, you got to get to May. That's why I keep saying that's the thing. You got to get your team there. You got to get your best team to the tournament because we in an era where ain't no team is that far ahead of everybody else. You feel what I'm saying? Like I've said, me and JB talking about this. This is gonna be the era of parity where they ain't none of this super team shit where one team is that far away better. We're gonna have the same finals for 4 years in a row. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna happen in this era. You're gonna have. I think you might have a completely different Final Four. Well, no, you're not gonna have because the Knicks are gonna make this finals. The Knicks are gonna win, but you can have 2 new teams in the Final Four this year, or 3 new teams in the Final Four. For you know what I'm saying?
So, Ro, you
all right.
said
We'll
that
see.
the
We'll see what Portland. Yo, the Lakers are looking like ass, bro. The Lakers are looking like ass. I don't care. I know they won the one game that Luka played. Cool, but. Yeah, the Lakers are not looking good, man. I don't care what y'all say. That roster, again, the 15-man roster is very important, man. I'm telling you, like people think y'all could trick off the last couple of spots not if you're a contender. Because what did I say? What happens when there is an injury? Who can step up and fill the void? Who can step up and start when Spider's out for 20 games or so? Shit can happen, man. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but shit can happen.
So, Ro, you got the Cavs at what 56 wins?
Yeah, around the 50. I had to look at my notebook to see exactly where I put them.
Yeah. So you got New York at 60 wins then.
I got New York at 62 wins, and and again, we're gonna get into the Knicks now. Let's go. Come with the smoke. With the smoke.
So why do you think they're going to be the best team in the East?
Well, I think we got the best top to bottom roster. Right now, we talking about the last roster spot, right? And real talk, I would take Garrison Matthews. Now, again, here's a guy that came from the Atlanta Hawks. He's a very accurate 3-point shooter. He's 6'5". I think that's his role, right? A 3-point shooter. Yeah. So I want him because I think there's gonna be times when we just need a 3-point shooter in the game at the end of games, just for that fact alone. But Malcolm Brogdon was supposed to be the guy, and it looked like Malcolm Brogdon just didn't have it in him. Again, I think the one issue that I have with the Knicks is we gotta kind of get a guy in there. They let Jalen Brunson kind of play off the ball because I don't want to see him over dribbling too much. And I think having a second point guard out there that you're able to go to for certain spells can do that. But we could still roll that with Jordan. Jordan Clarkson got a chance to win 6th Man of the Year. Now, is he washed up? I don't know. Was he 32, 33? Deuce McBride, a great 2-way guard. I'm starting off the bench. I'm starting off the bench for a reason. Yabusele, they saying he's looking a little slow, but he was playing for Team France in Euroball.
In the 76ers, for the 76ers.
Yeah, he looked great for the 76ers. I remember that was coming off the Olympics.
Even though they didn't do nothing last year, but he was still playing great for them.
Yeah, remember he was. Let's see. I think he played off-season ball for France 2 years in a row, and that might be why he's kind of looked. But again, remember this is preseason. When I watch preseason ball, I only watch it for certain reasons, right? I only watch it to see how guys are looking. Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? I don't watch it for the final results. I just see, does this guy look spry? Because again, we are 5 days away from, opening tip-off. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Like, I know guys think they could just turn it on, but now, I mean, maybe guys are pacing themselves. Maybe Yabusele is pacing himself. Well, between him, we needed him at power forward, power forward center. We can go small ball. Now, I think the Knicks are very interchangeable. I think Mitchell Robinson. I got him tonight as well. I got him in the 9th round, man. I'm happy. I got a steal.
You think he gonna play 70 games or 80 games? Mitchell Robinson?
Give me 60, and I'll be happy with 60. Now, if he gets 65, then that means he could. he could get potential D4 at all NBA defense. But I think he
He's
could
an
play.
injury
I think he
prone
could play.
kind of guy too.
Yes, he is, and I get it.
Yeah.
And again, as I say, when you have an injury prone player that you're depending on, what's your plan B? Again, they can go smaller with Yabusele in the starting lineup. They could go to Ariel Hukporti, who is technically the backup center if Mitch is a starting center, or they can go Cat at center, and then you know what I'm saying. Like, so there's
Y'all
different
got
ways to do it.
versatility. Y'all got versatility.
A
Yeah.
lot of versatility. We got two of the best wing defenders in the game. And you know, and then Hart and if Hart is coming off the bench, what they should do, they should push him and JC for 6 man of the year, one potentially. Like Hart could get triple doubles off the bench for all I know. And you know, again, we need a second unit point guard. We need to figure out who that is. We thought it was going to be Brogdon, but Brogdon was just not up to the task. But you know, between Jordan Clarkson, Deuce McBride, you know, I think we got the best starting five in the league, to be honest. Let's keep it real. If we start Mitch, we got a great defensive anchor, guy who can get 8-9 offensive rebounds some nights. Like a guy, I think he's going to be a double-digit rebounder this year. I think he's going to be it. Like I think he's hungry. I think he's in the best shape he's been for a long time. Now you got Karl Anthony Towns again. You know what he can do. 25 and 10. I know Brunson. You know what he can do. And then the two wing guys and OG and Mikal Bridges. I think they're looking good. Mikal Bridges is an Iron Man. You know he's gonna be out there every night. Again, he's injury prone, but you know I think we could deal with when he's out. Yeah, and Mike Brown. I think Mike Brown's gonna play a high pace. Apparently in the preseason they wouldn't even call him plays, so he's just like, hey guys, like he was treating it like a scrimmage. And then you know, obviously they've been working in practice what's going to go on with the playbook. And I think come night one, I forget who you open up against, but I think come night one you're going to see a whole, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
hey, everybody saying Cat's zesty, but I don't care how zesty he is. Dude can drop 6 threes in your face in a minute. So it is what it is, man. You know what I mean?
Y'all do got a whole lot of depth. I can say that. Yeah, y'all do got a whole lot.
We got depth. I would like to have. I wanted Brogdon as my backup point guard. We might have to figure that out. We might go get Ben Simmons. I don't know. It's just weird. I mean, let me not. Because again, I know he got mental health issues. From what I heard, you know, you remember when what's the name, Sharon Wright came on FYF and he was talking about how, yeah, bro, really had mental health issues, but bro, you were the number one pick. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, just show you want to play. I think you know what it is. I think that $4 million. Like, so we could probably only offer him $4 million, and it's like I just been making $30 million to do this shit. Why am I gonna play for $4 million? Well, because you could, God, bro. Any one of us make $4 million. But these cats, you know, the money is ruining these cats, bro. For real, man. Pause. They were talking about this on All Ball. I think Oladipo is washed. Like, when is the last time Oladipo even played in a game, bro?
Yeah.
That's the part that's hard.
He did have that dunk against somebody. I forgot which team.
He has not played. Oladipo has not played since 2023. Yeah, that's a wrap. No, that's a wrap. And he only played 40 games that season for Miami. No. He played a grand total of 20. Oh, he played the season before that. 2 seasons before that, he played 41. He played 19 for Indiana in 2020, the bubble year. Nah, he's washed. I'm sorry. I can't. I know how nice Oladipo used to be. I know Oladipo was nice, but nah, bro. You can't, like, one thing I know about NBA basketball, bro, you can't just pick it up again, right? He is going to be a walking injury time bomb. I believe he deserves another shot in the league, but not with us, not with a contender. Like, nah, I'd rather have Garrison Matthews because he can knock down 40% from three. Yeah, man. Nah. So, and again, it's just the last roster spot anyway. Like I said, I was saying, look, let him go play for the Westchester Knicks, and if he's cooking, all right. But I ain't giving him no guarantees, bro.
Yeah.
Eddie Curry, oh my God, Woodage, chill on that Eddie Curry talk, man, because did y'all fleece motherfuckers? Yo, these motherfuckers got. Think about this, Woodage, in the Eddie Curry trade, y'all motherfuckers got LaMarcus Aldridge and Joakim Noah for fucking Eddie Curry, whatever the hell we got. Oh my God, bro. Yeah, man. So look, I'm a long-suffering Knicks fan, and again, Jalen Brunson is a superstar.
Yeah.
Again, you can sit there and tell me, I'm the type, Iron Man. I'm the type. I believe there's 15 superstars in the league. I think there's 15 guys that are box office. You can build a team around. See, if there's 30 teams, I think there's 15 superstars, and some teams got 2 superstars, right? But I think there's 15 superstars in the league. I think Jalen Brunson is one of them. He's top 10 player. I think Tatum is a superstar. Yeah. Jalen is a top 10 player with no doubt. I mean, come on,
you think
man.
He's top 10? Yeah.
Yeah, easily. Bro,
Like who you have over him? No,
who I have over him? I already did my top 100 list, right? And I had him number 7. No. So I had Tatum, and again, Tatum with an asterisk, Ant-Man, and in the big 5, right? And the big 4, actually. So you got Shai, Luka, Giannis, and was it nobody else? Nobody else. I don't think like Cade. He played head up against Cade, right? Now I think Cade is a superstar still, myself. But he played head up against Cade and he outshined Cade, right?
You think Jalen? So you think Jalen is over Anthony Edwards?
No, I'm saying Ant-Man is right behind. I said it. I think he's over Curry. Curry's the best years behind him. I think Curry's still nice, but his best year behind him.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right. How about AD? You have him over AD?
AD and KD, yeah, both of them.
KD?
Over KD, yes.
Okay.
See,
right.
when I look,
I don't hate that.
Hold on. I still think KD's a superstar.
So you got hold on, bro. You got Jalen Brunson in top 5?
No, he's number 7.
Oh, he's number 7. Okay.
So I got Ant-Man in 6.
Okay.
I got Ant-Man in 6. Okay. I got Tatum number 5 with an asterisk. Because again, the way I look at it is Tatum earned his status. He's hurt, but when he comes back, he's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna hold that spot for him because when he comes back, he's gonna be that guy, right? So nowadays,
you got Luka over Brunson.
Yeah, of course. I got Luka in the top 4. So there's the big 4: Luka, Shea, and the 2 big men, Giannis and Joker.
Okay. All right.
So if you telling me Curry and KD, okay, well, I think both of them get best. See, here's the thing I know that Jalen Brunson is a superstar. I've seen a game where Jalen Brunson went to Phoenix. They got Kevin Durant was playing, and so was Booker. Jalen Brunson scored 50 that night. He had 9 threes, but 9 out of 9 from 3. I'm sorry. What is Booker and KD done in the last 3 years?
Yeah,
I wait. Again, if you're doubting this, 4 guys in NBA history have had 4 straight 40 spots in the playoffs. You want to know who the names on that list?
Yeah,
I'll give it to you. The logo, Bernard King, Michael Jordan, and who's the 4th name on that list? Jalen Brunson. Okay? 4 straight 40, but not even Wilt. Not El Javela. I mean, we've had some great scorers over the years, right? Only 4 guys have scored 4 straight 40, and he did that against a combination of. Matter of fact, hold on. And the worst part about it is the streak was still going. Then he turns his ankle against Indiana. He turned his ankle.
Yeah, I'm
and
looking
missed
at
most of the first. And came back and almost had another 40 spot.
I'm looking at
Come
Brunson's
on, man.
numbers. Yeah, he's solid. He's more
I
solid
mean,
than I thought.
what
Yeah.
does Brunson have to do?
Yeah, he's more solid than I
He
thought.
dropped 60 on. He dropped 60 on a Who he dropped 60 on? Was it the against the Spurs? Yeah, he dropped 60 on the Spurs that night. That Bianca was going on too.
You had to do that on my boys, but
Hey! I named two Knicks. It just so happens two Knicks did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you don't understand, man. Yo, bro. One thing I can always say, bro. The Jordan era, bro. Okay, I understand Bernard King getting hurt. It's how we got Ewing in the first place because of Bernard King never gets hurt. We're not a lottery team to get Ewing. But boy, if we knew what we knew now, that you could actually repair ACL tears, and we would have had Ewing and Bernard King against Mike and Scotty. Come on, bro. Mike Scotty. I mean, so you got Mike Scotty and his supporting cast against Ewing, Bernard King. Because remember, Bernard King came back with Washington and was still like a really, really solid scorer, right? So if we would have had the knee surgery, the ACL repair surgery back in the 80s, yo, that whole 90s era, that whole 80s, and I know Bernard King was pretty much done, but that, like, it would probably get to the top of the mountain in the early 90s, man. I don't think Jordan gets a three-peat. I'll tell you that much. Man. But, you know, the Knicks are always one guy away, bro. Melo should have been able to do that too, man. Melo had no fucking help when he came to the Knicks, man. None.
I like the Brunson for LeBron Wooders trade. I like it.
Ooh,
Yeah,
bro.
man. Hey,
I think that would be.
Oh, so y'all got to get it, Johnny.
Bron is my GOAT, but I wouldn't do that trade. I wouldn't.
So
trade
I know I've been talking
no
fantasy because I've been in fantasy mode tonight, right? Got my big fantasy draft tonight. Y'all got to get it, Johnny, man. He cannot pass up. He cannot pass up LeBron James. I don't care where Johnny pick, he better not pass up LeBron James, man. You can't have to go James Kingdom. You can't have to go James Kingdom, right? But the FYF might beat him to it. I don't know. So FYF fans, Johnny, shout out to them brothers. They gonna play in our fantasy league.
So they got live and die by LeBron in the fantasy league.
Well, y'all can have him. I don't think I ever draft. You know, it's funny. I hated Kobe. My very first fantasy draft. He was my first round pick. He was my first round pick. Kobe. I was sitting there in seventh. I'm like, yo, I cannot pass up Kobe. This is what 2000 and I think 2009. So this is before he even won his fifth chip. I drafted Kobe before he won his fourth chip. Yeah, he was my 2009. I drafted Kobe was it 09 or it was 2009. So he had just won his fourth, and I picked him, and I wound up picking. I want to get Westbrook. Yeah, that team was stacked, bro. I had Serge Ibaka when he was blocking 3, 4, 5 shots a game. That was a hell of a. But I lost in the playoffs. Some bullshit happened. Nah, no. I do not. See, one thing about me, bro, I don't fuck with injuries, bro. I need guys that gonna play 75. I know can play 75 games.
Yeah, nobody picking LeBron first.
Yo, LeBron, even when he's not healthy, he wound up faking it. Yo, Iron Man, FYF on TikTok said LeBron's faking an injury. Now, is he hating or you know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think he's that injured. So I agree a little bit with Lamont. I don't think he's that injured. I think what he's doing is he's ramping himself up for a whole season. I think he's like, fuck it. I don't want no all-star or no all NBA.
Well, hold on.
He's trying to get that chill.
Use the injury as a smoke shield. Now hold on. I said this early on when I first said the Lakers not making the playoffs. But I did say that I said LeBron James should reduce his minutes and worry about getting through the what's the name. So now it's funny to hear LeBron say that.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, y'all were up here and I was talking about that. Yeah. So see what I'm saying? Like, but now it's now it's like, oh, so now it's okay to admit he fakes injuries. We all know it. Okay, look, LeBron. There's no
Yeah.
doubt about it. No. There's no doubt about it. Nigga's 40 years old and he's playing at the level he's playing. Even if he's a statue on defense, guess what? He's still going out there. You're gonna be hurt. Remember, there's a difference between hurt and injured, right? Injured is where you have something that broke. Either something is broke, strained, a sprain, shit like that. Hurt, like everybody got a body part that's like barking. That you can maybe tough it out. So if you injured, you injured. Like if you need surgery, you injured. If you got pain, everybody has pain they're dealing with. And again, I get it. Like LeBron is gonna have pains to deal with. And that's why I say just stop trying to worry about, because like I'll be honest, I seen that what happened in the playoffs. He ran out of gas.
Yeah, he did.
He was having to defend in the playoffs, and they ran out of gas in the fourth quarters, man. Like the fourth quarters, they were terrible. Awful. You know what I'm saying? Didn't they score 12 in one of them fourth quarters? Like, it was bad.
Oh, yeah.
So in that one game where JJ played the whole five for 24 minutes in the second half, that's wild.
I think Reese picked up 2 fouls. I think 2 early fouls in that game. I think that what fucks us up. LeBron had to play that, the whole. I think it was like the whole game.
So
he might have some rest. I don't think it was a whole lot, but it was like the whole. I think he played the whole game though. Yeah.
So Iron Man, you feel what I'm saying, right? Okay, so Reed gets in foul trouble, right? This happens every night as well. Reed gets in foul trouble. So now LeBron now has to step up. This is why having a 15-man roster where everybody is contributing makes sense, because you gotta preserve LeBron for, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta preserve at this age, you gotta preserve your guys. Yeah. You gotta preserve your guy. And that's why every roster spot matters. Yeah.
That's why I said I agree with you about the minutes restriction. I think he should play 30 minutes a night.
30 minutes. Yep.
And we will see if they gonna do that. But you know how LeBron is. I
know. That's why Hold on.
Like I said, I have Brian as a GOAT, but he gets stubborn sometimes where he want to play a whole lot of minutes and stuff. I'm
let's be real. It's about the numbers.
You got.
It's about the numbers. See, if LeBron gave you an honest 30 minutes a game, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 6-7 assists, he's still gonna make the All-NBA team. But he feel like, I gotta get this 25, 26. I gotta keep this 10-game streak. Yo, some days give up the 10-game streak, bro. Go live with the fight.
You don't think he was trying to do that when he was playing with AD? Like having AD to average 28? And then I think he was trying to do that.
I think the year the Westbrook year, he was going for the scoring title. Man, I'm telling you, man, I don't know. It's just I think he's numbers success. I think he loves looking at the stat sheet and saying, I got 27, shit like that. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is, man. So
yeah.
Damn, yeah, yo. I talked about Ben Simmons like 30 minutes ago, Anime. You gotta I know you probably stepped away and you probably you probably had a pull out, but I ain't talking about Ben Simmons for 30 minutes.
So Ro, who's your top 6 in the West?
So top 6 in the West, I got Dallas is 6. 5th, I got Minnesota. 4th, I got Houston. 3, I got Dallas, Minnesota. Oh, the Clippers is 4, Houston 3, OKC 2, and then 1 Denver. And so 7 and 8, so I actually got the Lakers at the 10 seed, to be honest. But yeah, I think so that's 40 and 42.
This year?
Let me tell you something. Don't be surprised if Sacramento is better than y'all, bro. Hold on, look. So seven,
Oh
mind you,
my!
notice I ain't noticed.
Now you
7th
capping,
and 8.
man.
I got Portland at 7. I got Portland at 7. I got Golden State at the AC. And then, like I said, don't be surprised if Sacramento. I got San Antonio as the 10th seed, to be honest. No, I got the Lakers at the 9th. I got San Antonio at the 10th. But I'm rooting for I'm damn sure rooting for San Antonio to be better than the Lakers. And I think they got the horses. If what's the name is an MVP candidate like I expect them to be, oh yeah, they're gonna be better than the Lakers.
I got the Lakers 4th in the West.
4th?
Yeah, I got them 4. I got OKC 1st, Nuggets 2nd, Houston Rockets 3rd, Lakers 4th. I got the Timberwolves 5th, and I got the Clippers 6th.
So let me ask you this: what did they do to get better than the Timberwolves? So the Timberwolves are better. I think we know that the Timberwolves are better.
I think Aiden is gonna push them over. If we beat them again in the playoffs.
So let me tell you something. What you heard here first: Aiden is DeAndre Drummond 2.0, where he's gonna have representative numbers. He's gonna, but y'all gonna see what Aiden isn't, and he's gonna get the blame. Aiden is gonna be the scapegoat. Trust me, they're not gonna scapegoat Luka. It's too early. Luka's too good, but Aiden's gonna be the scapegoat when the Lakers are not good. Marcus Smart, again, like I was saying, Marcus Smart, this nigga played 54 games in the last 2 years. I mean, come on, man.
And Aiden's more skilled offensively than Drummond. He is. He can get the mid-range. He can post up.
He is, but
Drummond 2.0.
I'm gonna say this.
I think you know what, Ro? I think it's his motor. His motor is the problem.
Bingo. Yeah. Bingo.
But I think he's motivated. I think he's motivated this year. Because he got to play for a contract, and he playing with Luka and LeBron. So
again, just think about it, man. Portland said, "Go, get out of here," and they signed him to. They just signed him to a contract. They signed him to a contract like a couple of years ago, right? I think he had 1 or 2 years left on his contract. Portland said, "Nah, we good. We got Klingon, and we got Chinese Joker, and we got Robert Williams III. We don't need you. The center position is too stacked. You standing in these guys' way. Get up out of here." So yeah. Like I said, 2.0. And again, Drummond is still, I think Drummond is still a good player. The problem is Drummond, when he came to the Lakers realized that he was not, like, they knew he wasn't a great defender. But again, he was meant to play AD next to AD, back up AD, and get AD to the power forward. It just didn't work out like they thought it was going to work out. And Drummond is a bad defender, right? He can block a shot or two, but he don't move his feet. He's not a good, but he's a rebound gobbler. Pause. You know what I'm saying? He gobbles he gobbles the basketball on a board. So you got to learn what he is good at. So Ayton is a walking. But if y'all expecting Ayton to fix everything that is wrong with the Lakers, it's not going to work. I'm telling you. Obviously, he's a better upgrade than Jackson Hayes, but Ayton is not going to be the defensive anchor that y'all need. And that's going to be the issue, man.
Yeah, I think Aiden, I do like the Smart pickup. I think Vando is healthy. But, I know, like I said, like, offensively, he has to prove.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Stay on the court.
So when you bring in, let's say you bring in a defensive lineup with Smart and Vanderbilt, right, to cover up for what you're bad on. Now you lose out on offensively. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are out there just like Smart. Smart has never been a good 3-point shooter. Like, that guy career 31% 3-point shooter and career 38%. So like he has a knack for hitting big shots. I'll give him that. But again, you're talking about a guy that played 54 games in the last 2 years. Like, what? Don't expect big things from Smart, bro. Don't expect Smart to be your Patrick Beverly or something like that. And even then, it's like, okay, when you play him, you got to take Reeves off the court. Now you're losing out offensively. Yeah. You know?
I do like Maxi Cleaver. If Maxi Cleaver can stay healthy, He's a one that I like. I like his game. You know,
Yeah, he was a decent thrower. I give you that.
And he can defend too. So.
Oh shit, Walker Kessler had a triple double tonight. Damn, I should have drafted Walker Kessler. You know, I'm looking at these. Yeah, I'm looking at
hey, Rowie. You think Utah Jazz gonna be better than the Lakers?
Oh hell no, nah.
Okay,
You talking
I
terrible.
know you going. I know you
not.
No.
No, I got the Lakers as a solid. I mean, look, like I said, look. Don't be surprised if Sacramento wind up being better than y'all motherfuckers too. What other team I'm thinking of? Denver. I think Dallas is already better than y'all, especially if I see.
Dallas.
I think Dallas. Dallas play defense.
Not without Kyrie. They gonna miss
Don't
Kyrie.
matter.
They definitely better. I think they're definitely better.
But remember, they got Russell. See, Russell played good for y'all offensively. Y'all benched him last year because y'all could see again. We know this. Y'all benched him last year because between him, Reeves, and LeBron, you know, LeBron ain't an incapable defender, but LeBron just was not going to put too much effort on defense. Y'all could not play all three of them, and y'all wound up starting Max Christie and moving Reeves to the one. Remember, until y'all traded for Luka. But see, now you trade for Luka, you lose AD. Now you lose the guy that can when a guy gets blown by, at least AD could beat it to block a shot. Now you got Luka who's getting blown by, but y'all better offensively, but y'all don't have the AD to block. That's what I'm saying. Like you keep trading off. You need it. If they had, and I'm telling you, and then y'all lost DFS. DFS is with Houston now. Yeah. Not having DFS is the guy that can knock down threes and defend the wing. Let's Jake LaRavia again. Oh, y'all starting Jake LaRavia opening night? Put it this way, no LeBron, right?
I think it's probably going to be. I think it's probably going to be Smart. Either it's going to be Smart or Vando.
Ouch.
So it better be Vando.
Okay, so you starting Ree at the 3, right? Reason. So wait, okay, are you going 3-guard alignment? Reeves, Smart, and Doncic?
For me, I would start Vando. But I think Coach, you know how.
So you go Vando, Ree, the 2 white boys, Ayton. Golden State gonna run y'all out the gym, bro. Golden State gonna run y'all out the gym.
I think Aiden, if we can beat them up in the paint and stuff, I think we can beat them.
What happens
we just can't shoot with them.
What happens? What happens when they bring in Quentin? What happened when they bring in Quentin Post and he brings Ayton out of the paint?
Oh man, Quentin Post. I mean, yeah, he's good, but he's not like.
Man, Draymond gonna beat them up. Man, Draymond gonna beat up.
I'm telling. See, that's what I'm saying. You understand?
Aiden kills them though.
What was their record with Jimmy last year? Their record was like great. Like it was like 25 and like 7 or some shit like that. Don't be shocked, man.
Yeah, but that with Draymond and Al Horford, even though they're both old.
Oh yes, I forget about Big Al. That's why I picked up last because I think Big Al. So I know, like, and I'm giving you a hint. Your last rounds, get your last 2 rounds. Get somebody that's playing opening night, so you know the team, right? I'm just saying to keep it because ain't nobody watching me, right? So get your last 2 rounds. You got to make sure it's somebody playing opening night because what happens? Remember, we're not doing this. You make up pickers at the beginning. No, you can make up. You got 4 pickups, but you can pick up every night. Get guys like I got Kuminga and Horford for my last 2 picks because I could cut Kuminga and Horford. I'll have them for that first night. You know what I'm saying? I already got Sengun and Sengun. Who else? Sengun and Chet Holmgren are playing on opening night. They're gonna play in the first game for ring night for OKC. And then Lakers and so you want to get from OKC, Houston, the Lakers, and Golden State. So your last 2 rounds, if you don't get guys for that, because that first, it's already gonna be a short week, right? So you got 4 guys on, like having 4 guys on opening night will give you an advantage on your first matchup. I'm just saying. because at the end of the day, you're gonna wind up cutting these guys anyway, back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like your 12th and 13th pick are not necessarily gonna be on your roster the whole year. You get what I'm saying? C-Dub? Oh, he might not be. He might not be here, but I mean, that's just
yeah.
Okay.
My daughter in here, but yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah,
Especially
so
for that, fantasy league. Yeah, you
that's what I
have to
was
have
doing.
people playing. Yeah,
And I want to see, Kuminga. I want to see that Golden State needs to play Kuminga a real role. They need to give him a real role because they need that. Like, I think he's really good. I mean, real talk. You look
He
at his numbers.
athletic and stuff, yeah.
Yes, he's athletic, but he was averaging 15 points in a limited role, bro. Like he was averaging. So if you give him a solid 30 minutes, that dude could average 20 points a game easily, and he should be starting. Real talk.
One real quick, how do y'all think that Golden State Laker game going to go? I think it might be a
Golden
blowout.
State gonna run him out of the gym. I think Golden State gonna win by 12 or more.
I think if the Lakers, like, if they play inside out, like attack the paint and stuff, and then get to the free throw line and not shoot with them, I think they can beat the Golden State Warriors. But if they just shoot, like, I don't like how Luka, do the step back threes and stuff. I think that's what worried me against the Golden State Warriors. I mean, if he takes stupid shots,
yeah, because I'm asking that because
I think that's playing their hands, shooting with them and stuff. So
because I think that determines how much Kuminga's going to play, is how that game goes, and I think that might blow him out.
And Rapcar, that's not a bad take. Andrew Wiggins with Golden State was a hell of a play. He was a hell of a number 3 for them. So, they obviously want to chip with him. So, yeah, no, Jonathan Kuminga, again, they should be trying to groom him as the new Andrew Wiggins, to be honest, because Andrew Wiggins actually played well with Golden State. Obviously they traded him to get Jimmy. And, again, this is the last year. I got them as a playing team, but this is the last. I mean, shit. That is crazy that they were like 25. They won 14 of the first 16 games that Jimmy did with Jimmy, and then 14 of the first 15 games that Jimmy played. That's crazy. Remember we did the show on trade night, reacting. I said they fucked up. I was wrong. There's one thing where I can admit I was wrong. They won 14 out of their first 15 games. Now, come playoffs, the old ass legs, the hamstring breakdown.
Man. And then Draymond hurt his own teammate, so it was.
Yeah, you know how it go, bro. You know how it go. Well, yeah, the opening night they gonna beat the shit out the Lakers. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, if I think it could go any ways, but if the Lakers can just play inside out, slow down the pace. Use Aiden a whole lot. I think they can beat the Golden State Warriors. But I can see Golden State Warriors winning because I think they are a more athletic team. They quicker.
They're getting big. I think they got high IQ as well, especially with Big Al there now.
You think so? You think so?
Yeah, they can't let Luka go off.
You think so with Steph Curry shooting a whole lot of threes?
Look, Steph Curry.
Shooting a whole lot of threes. That's not a high IQ.
Steph Curry is no. I know he's throwing it back to when I talked about Trae Young. Yeah, Trae Young is great value. Steph Curry. Let's keep it real. I said that before the draft. I said that's not a bad thing, but he is great value. He is fucking the RC Cola of Steph Curry. Let's keep it real. Yo,
that's crazy.
The high IQ is their strength. I think it's their athleticism and their quickness. That's goes with Golden State Warriors. I don't think it's the high IQ because they shoot a whole lot of three. That's not a high IQ team.
No, man.
But who's their quick people other than Kuminga?
I think Curry's still quick. Buddy Hill. Buddy Hill.
Moses
quick.
And Buddy. Yeah, Buddy is 32, but yeah, he's still quick and he can light it.
He can go by you, man. Like if you
think about it, Iron Man. You want Buddy shooting. You want these are elite 3-point shooters. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then like I said, Kuminga is their young leg.
Kuminga's quick.
Yeah. Moses Moody, if anybody's tearing up, you You sit Steph for a minute and let Moses Moody corral him for a minute. But even Steph is a smart enough defender now where he knows he's not going to get blown by. He knows how to send guys to they help and all that. And now you get help with you always have Draymond back there to help out defensively. But now you got again with a Quentin Post, with a legit 7-footer who can step out and hit a three. Quentin Post is a guy that can block a shot. And remember when they say who was drafted in the second round? Well, Quentin Post was drafted ahead of Bronny, but still he was the 52nd pick. So you can if you're not using your second round picks wisely, the Golden State Warriors got a guy that can start for them. Is a 7-footer, can knock down threes, space the floor, and block a shot or two, get some rebounds. So, you know what I mean? Like, yo, this day and age, man, you cannot trade or a picks because you got these salary cap aprons, you got superstars, you got to pay. Like, this is what's going to happen with Golden State. It's going to come up time with paying Jimmy $62 million. It's going to fuck them up. But as long as Jimmy is still producing at this level, then today is not the day. But like next year, that salary, that contract extension gonna look nasty. 38-year-old Jimmy at 60-something million is fucking crazy, bro.
You think he can how many games y'all think he's gonna play, Jimmy Butler? Because he's kind of like an injury-prone player too.
Yeah. I mean, if you get again, these guys, you get 55 to 60 games out of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get 55 to 60 games out of them. You know, you be happy. Hey, I'm gonna post that. I've been posting these New York high school basketball newspaper clippings, and it showed that Cameron Giles was on an all Manhattan team, all Manhattan City team back in 1994. Yeah, Marbury was on there as his junior year and all that. Cameron played for Manhattan City. He was on the all city team. Like he could hoop for real. He actually took them and won the city championship that year over Marbury. You know, him and Mace was on. No, they lost. You're right. That's the year they lost. They got to the city championship, but they lost. And Mace was in the what's the name? Because Cameron took the shot and Mace was wide open. He went past the world. It's just funny, bro. Oh man. Well, yeah, I'm gonna post that. Yeah, Cameron Giles was all city back in 1994, man. That's it. Nah, cause real like that. I made that kind of part of my channel, posting them joints because I used to collect them newspaper clippings. That's the year Felipe Lopez was #1, and everybody thought Felipe Lopez was gonna be the next Jordan, the Dominican version of Jordan. And then he got to St. John's, and he was all right, but yeah, man. Yeah, memories.
Yeah, I still got my newspaper clippings, but yeah, the numbers ain't like that.
Funny. It was just funny to see Cameron's name there, though, for real.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people guys don't realize he was the legit he was a legit basketball player. Like he didn't really go play nowhere special, but Richie Parker was on that team too. He wound up playing with LIU. He had some like rape case going on or something, and it kind of messed him up. But he wound up going to LIU, scoring a lot of points. But yeah, those were the days, man. Those were the days. But yeah, Marbury made it. Who made it? Who else made it? Shamika Holdsclaw. He went to Tennessee. She was one of the GOATs. Yeah, it was a lot of cats. There are a lot of cats used to stay in New York City back then. Now everybody goes out and play prep ball. But back in my day, they used to stay. Play for their school teams back then. Yeah.
Let me ask Iron Man real quick. Do you listen to Score Society? I don't know.
No, I don't think. No.
Okay. Okay.
Why?
Good. Nah, he's interesting. He's interesting, but yeah, good that you don't. But I mean, I'm not one of those people that hate on LeBron and all that.
Yeah.
But he has some interesting takes when it comes to the current era of basketball. That's all I gotta say. So I didn't know if you listened to him because I think he was on Go James Kingdom one. I think they had him as a guest one week.
What's the name? I used to go on FYF and I said, well, I used to speak while people are not watching. it's funny, right? My early times coming on FYF, right? I remember Christmas night, I was saying the ratings are low, the ratings are low. I said, bro, I was actually I was on the stream with Lamar. I'm like, Lamar, I watched part of all 5 games. This is the first time I watched I didn't watch all because I took a nap during the Christmas night. I was tired. But I took a nap and I watched part of the second game. My Knicks won the first game. I watched part of the second game, missed part of the third game, right? But I saw and I saw the 2-night game. They were nice. That was the first time I watched at least some of all 5 Christmas Day games for a while, in a long time. But I was saying why people don't watch now. It's monotonous basketball, and they was like, "Oh, you." I'm like, bro, no. I mean, look, number one, I'm gonna watch 40. I'm gonna watch 30 to 40 of my Knicks games every year, right? I'm gonna watch at least that, and then I'm gonna watch a few games here and there, this, that, and the third. But it ain't must-see TV like it used to be, man. And that's the thing is, like I said, no real rivalries, no big men, no more big man battles. And it's monotonous. Everybody's shooting too many threes. That's the only issue. You know what I'm saying? Look, I realize because everybody's shooting threes, you got to have 3-point shooting to be a contention. But you don't necessarily got to, you can shoot 25 to 33s or 23s and still win. But it seems like every team has to shoot at least 33s now. And you had absurdities like Boston taking 47 threes last year. Again, I'm gonna say the Knicks saved the NBA by beating Boston. Because if Boston would have went back to back with that goddamn strategy, man, you would see every team taking nothing but threes. It's just you gotta play different ways. Like everybody talk about floor spacing and shit like that. Yes, floor spacing is very important. But you don't have to have guys can slash to the ball. There's great scorers that can operate in space. They can operate in tighter spaces. You know what I'm saying? There's different ways to skin the cat, in my opinion. So,
Yeah, I feel you, and I think especially for those Christmas Day games and just games, period. I think NBC used to do such a good job of hyping games, even if they weren't going. I mean, some of them Bulls games, you knew the Bulls were going to just lay them out, but the way they promoted those games, it was just different because it made you want to watch the game at least.
Bingo.
For the most part.
What the problem? And I said this too. And Lamar never let me get it off, but I said it too. ESPN just promotes stars. They don't promote teams. They don't promote.
Exactly.
Give you the story of teams, and it's just like everybody watches for. And I remember them. I remember ESPN doing the whole Curry, LeBron, and KD thing. I'm like, bro, don't y'all know there's a whole new generation of stars? Don't y'all see what OKC is doing? Cleveland is doing. First of all, neither Cleveland nor OKC played on Christmas Day last year. That was an L. You had 2 of the best teams in a long time doing what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? I think our first couple of shows that y'all invited me on, I said you had Cleveland playing OKC that night, and I think their combined record was 60 and 9 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
But yeah, even they even made the coaches seem like they were important because I remember Houston Rockets games, Rudy Tomjanovich. They made him seem important when they were hyping up the game right before they started.
In real talk,
he
pretty much was. Yeah, he pretty much was.
They made everybody seem important in the team, not just certain players, but they made the team seem important, which I think is missing, like you said, from ESPN. They just talk about certain players.
Yeah.
And they say, oh, this team has, LeBron and Luka, so they're going to win because of that. But they don't talk about the teams, the team dynamic, any of that stuff. I hope that this era now, since they've, moved back to NBC, that it will bring some of that, because I think that's what made the games more fun to watch, because they made teams seem special, not just players seem special.
No doubt. No, you're right about that. And that's the deal, man. That's the deal. So, yeah, I'm hyped. I can't wait, especially with my Knicks, especially with my Knicks being in it. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how we do, man. I hope we start off 12-0. Let's see, though. Let's see that and yeah, again, I'm still on it. The Lakers not making the playoffs, bro. Don't be surprised when others got the lottery balls. At
You
least they
capping
get their
about
pick
that,
this year.
King Roll. You capping about that, King Roll.
I'm telling you.
I can't agree with you on that one.
So you know what somebody told? You know what somebody told me in one chat once? Okay, somebody was like, okay, they can't beat Giannis. I mean, so they can't beat Luca because what happened 2 years ago, right? When Dallas beat OKC in the second round. I'm like, okay, you realize what number one, he had Kyrie. Again, I know he gets LeBron, but he also had a defense around him. He had Lively, he had Gafford, he had PJ Washington. Those trades, getting drafting Lively and getting PJ and Gafford turned the season around for them. They were able to win because they had a complete team. Remember, they traded for Kyrie from Brooklyn the year before, and they wound up missing the playoffs. They missed the playoffs because they tanked, and they drafted Lively with the player they tanked for, with the pick they tanked for. So again, you gotta if the Lakers can throw away these, but the idea that they're better than the dude was really talking like the Lakers was gonna smack OKC because he said Luca owns Shea. Not how it went down. I understand. Look, end of the day, Shea. The problem with Shea, OKC 2 years ago when they were the one seed, they didn't have enough picks. That's why they went out and got Hartenstein. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta just because you didn't want to see it, just because you got stuff, you gotta have a complete team in today's day in today's day and age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You gotta
he
be able
didn't
to
have
defend
a
the 3.
he didn't have a solid second option either. So
Yeah,
it was just him basically.
It was him. What's the name was too young. That was too young. He wasn't improving. He needed. Let's be real. He needed hair on his nuts, and he got bodied and horsed in the playoff. It showed. It showed. The guys like he wasn't. That's what I'm saying. It's like at that time, Chet was the center, and Chet was too skinny to be playing center. But when him getting Hartenstein brought them to another level, you would think, okay, it's funny because I remember when the Knicks got Brunson, everybody was laughing. Oh, y'all overpaid for this average nigga Brunson. I know Mar was one of them, right? I was one. Oh, y'all overpaid. I was like, but then the second guy we got that same day was Hartenstein. I was like, oh, we got Hartenstein too. Who's Hartenstein? He was the backup center for the Clippers. I knew what he was. He was backing up Zubac. Okay. And I knew that he was going to play a major role. And in 2 years with the Knicks, he played a major role. When Mitch went down, we had Hartenstein. I'm telling you, man. I stand 10 toes down, man, on things, man. And I remember Knicks fans saying, oh, Hartenstein, why we got this nigga? Why we got this? I say, wait till Mitch get hurt. You'll see why we got Hartenstein. And Hartenstein played very well, played very admirably. He's Hartenstein. He's not a star, but what he does is he protects you. He protects your star. He protects Holmgren. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have everything you need to compete.
He also is a good rebounder too.
Yeah, really good rebounder. Solid rebounder. Better athlete than you think. He can dunk. You know what I'm saying? He actually can make threes if you actually let him line up, give him the rock wide open. He can make jump shots. He got that floater, and he can defend. I'm like,
and he's tough. He's a tough player.
And he's black. And he's black.
Exactly. Yeah, I didn't know that until later.
He is black. Yeah.
Yeah, his father. Shout out to his father played in Washington. I think he's biracial himself, but then his mom is. So he's like a quadroon or whatever. Shit, God damn it! I should have used this. He's a quarter black. He's a quarter black. I don't know if those terms are still acceptable.
Hey, we accept them. We accept them.
All right. Oh man. All right, man. Like we gonna wrap it up, man. So look out for us Sunday with the fantasy draft. You're gonna have some of your favorite content creators like a Johnny FYF. I don't know if they're gonna pull up on stream or whatever. But we're gonna show y'all at least who they got, and maybe they'll probably be auto pick. Who knows? They're busy brothers. But yeah, man, look out for the fantasy draft on Sunday, 4:00, right? 4:00 Eastern. I'll be 5:00 my time.
Yep.
I'll be in Brazil, and Yeah, man, good show. JB, I was, glad. I'm glad y'all pulled up because it really is kind of hard doing a show by yourself, man, when you're the only one
Oh
talking.
yeah,
For those who say I love to talk too much, I mean, bro, nah, I like to bounce ideas off people. So
yeah.
shout out to Iron Man for pulling up. I know me and him have battles, but I can at least respect him. Mar, you a crazy, bro. You crazy, man. But,
Yeah, this was a great show, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, I told you,
yeah.
man. I'm out here to do real content, not the same thing over and over. I want to, get a league its proper coverage, and a lot of times I'm inspired by and now I'm going through TikTok, and sometimes I just be listening to these lives, and I be hearing the craziest takes, man. Motherfuckers I still can't get over the motherfuckers who think that Steve Nash is better than Allen Iverson. Like, what did I woke up in the heaven, man? Yo, Iverson was literally an MVP candidate for the first 5, 6, 7 years of his career. Steve Nash was backing up. He was a backup for most of through the first 3 years. I mean, I know Nash had the 2 MVP years again, but Iverson. Remember, Iverson was that dude, guys. Come on, man. But that's just I'll probably have the who the best 10 point guard shows or some shit like that to get into these conversations, but. Bro, Iverson is a top, and honestly, I got him as a top 5 shooting guard. Nash ain't even a top 10 point guard, in my opinion. So, like, what are we doing here?
We
So
did
you,
we
you
did
don't
top
think he's
10.
you don't think he's top 10 point guard?
Point guard? No.
Oh, yeah.
No. Tiny Archibald is better than Steve Nash, bro. Come on, what are we doing here, man?
That's a little
I
harsh,
see
but I
when I
think
see when
feel
I
you.
see cats got Steve Nash over Oscar Robertson. Come on, are we not like?
No, that's insane.
Nah, he ain't.
I, see,
Nah.
no, Steve
He ain't
Nash
no.
was Steve Nash was a very good player, right? He was a very good player. But the assist titles and the MVPs came from playing in that. He was the same player because he was the 2-time All Star and playing for Don Nelson. But that increased pace was like in my opinion, like Nash was like a version of a quarterback who now gets to play this sped up style where he's gonna get like 4,000 yards, 48,000, 5,000 yards because he's playing a more sped up style. But you play him in a lower place, he's gonna throw for like 4,400 yards. So the difference between he's the same player, he's just playing at a faster pace. I don't think Nash was Nash. Come on, man. I've won 4 scoring titles, guys. Are you kidding me? A 5'11" dude wins 4 scoring titles. I know it's not all about scoring. And I know he took a lot of shots. It was the Philadelphia offense was designed for him to take the most shots. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to hold it against him. Like, Philly was chock full of scorers. They had Aaron McKee. Like, again, you're not getting more than 12 shots. When they had Larry Hughes was another version of Iverson. Like, just a more taller, athletic, taller, version of him. Iverson was that, man. Y'all don't stop, bro. Anyway,
Well, yeah, definitely check us out Sunday for the live draft with everybody. Well, hopefully everybody, and then Tuesday. I guess we're going to start here with 10 tones down, and then we'll be doing playback for the opening night games. I guess that's how
facts,
it's going to go.
facts.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna be doing playback. I think I might have to go. I think I might have to do it earlier. I'm trying to do a short show so we can, what I mean, so we can enjoy the games properly and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So it'll be, just Tuesday show's gonna be the opening night special, the opening night previews. I mean, I kind of did the preview already, but just to touch up on that and just anything, touch on any of the news that coming up. So yeah, pretty much Tuesday's show should be a short, and we'll just kind of get into the playback.
Yeah, and so make sure and I'll put it in here join playback.com I think /casual because all of us will be on there watching the
No
games,
doubt.
especially first week. I think we're gonna do Tuesday, Wednesday, and maybe get some other days. But yeah, we're gonna definitely be on for the first week and definitely join us. I think it's
And
gonna be pretty
definitely
fun.
since Golden State gonna blow the Lakers out of the water early, then us old heads can get to bed in the late game. Word down, real talk. Yeah, catch us on playback, man. That's a good platform, man. So we can
Yeah,
watch the game.
exactly.
Yeah. All right, guys. Good night, man.
All right, appreciate you guys.
Great show. Great show, Ro and CW.
Yeah,
All
appreciate
right.
you hopping on with us.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right.
anytime. All right.